In one corner of the site, large excavators steadily move earth and materials. Workers in this area work with chassis guidance. Around the construction site, trucks and transport vehicles continue bringing materials from storage to each needed area. Each time they enter or exit, drivers work closely to ensure smooth movement, minimizing interruptions and safeguarding people on site. The volume of materials moved by these trucks is considerable, but everyone works in sync with each concrete block helping to accelerate the project's progress. In addition to the maintenance and chill atmosphere during short breaks, workers gather on the area, and share stories about family. Everyday conversations and hearty laughter help them recharge, preparing them for the next phase. Though break time is short, it's a time for everyone to connect, building a sense of camaraderie among the team. As the sun begins to set, the light softens, and the site grows quiet remains lively with a sense of dedication. The final groups of workers start tidying up tools, ready to wrap up the day. They carefully arrange everything is secured in place, ready for casting a warm glow over the area. They carry a sense of pride and fulfillment after a productive day. Their eyes shine with responsibility as they know that the work is not just about building a structure, but also contributing to the growth of the community. It is a quiet pride as they understand that every brick and every concrete block they lay down is the foundation of a new space, of resilient roads and buildings for the future. The construction site is not just a workplace, but a place where each individual contributes, merging into a larger team. Everyone, from workers to engineers, plays a crucial role, aiming to build lasting values, establishing a strong foundation for society. Tomorrow, the site will once again be its usual liveliness, sounds of machinery and laughter and fun. Despite the many challenges of their work, trust and unity help them overcome every difficulty, creating a structure that is not only solid, but also filled with the dedication of their as people become a part of the city, lasting memory of effort. On a vast construction site, activities unfold. structures, from water pipes to electrical wiring. Every detail is carefully calculated and installed to ensure safety and efficiency of the building. This phase requires meticulous work. This team works with high responsibility, prioritizing knowing that each step ensures not just the building, but also their brightly colored helmets are easy to spot and communicate with one another, ensuring that everyone is always alert and safe. During break times, they gather in shaded areas, sharing everyday stories and this moment changes the sound of machines, the exchange of instructions, and the laughter blend into an atmosphere that is both intense and warm. Everyone is contributing their part to create something substantial. Requiring much effort, but the pride in their eyes reveals the importance, because this project is not just a visual machine, but a valuable addition to the community. At the end of the day, when the sun sets, the site gradually becomes quieter. Workers start tidying up their tools and machinery is checked and maintained, ready for the next day. The sunset casts a beautiful glow over the site, a reminder of work in progress. The workers leave with pride and satisfaction after an efficient day's work, ready to continue their journey step by step for resilient structures. Overall, the construction site is not only a place where labor and benefit, but also a space that celebrates enduring values and unity. Every detail, every brick, and every is a mark of dedication and responsibility, contributing to a better living space for society and future generations.
Introduction. The construction industry isn't just about heavy lifting and intense focus. It's also full of unexpected, humorous situations. Let's dive into the hilarious moments on construction sites. Often make workers laugh out loud. Part 2. Funny situations with work. Tools. One of the sources of humor is the misuse or creative repurposing of construction tools in unexpected ways. For example, who would have thought that a hammer from to guitar, makeshift jam set, or used a shovel to a quick lunch on the site? Part 3. Slips, falls, and unexpected incidents. We can't forget about the unintentional slips and unexpected incidents. From losing balance on scaffolding to slipping on a pile of sand, anything can happen. These situations often result in hearty laughs, especially when everyone's safe. Part 4. Accidental arguments. Decides to dogs and cats often cause entertaining moments. The sight of a cat leaning on a pile of bricks or a dog chasing a portal is sure to bring a smile to the face. Hard to get. The construction industry is many moments of great workers to relieve stress and make a more relaxed home environment. Let's appreciate and share these humorous moments because they not only make work more enjoyable, but also bring people together. End of the video.
of the site functions like an essential link in the chain of building the project. Every place and responsibility, contributing to an efficient workflow. In one corner of the site, large excavators steadily move earth and materials, leveling each layer to create a firm foundation for construction. Workers in this area work with great skill, ensuring each layer of earth is carefully selected. To achieve a high level of precision, engineers constantly monitor, measure, their job is to inspect every detail, every layer of earth, ensuring that the foundation will be sturdy and support the building for years to come. Meanwhile, the massive cranes are indispensable on the site. With their extended arms, the cranes slowly lift large concrete blocks, steel frames, and heavy materials, carefully positioning them where they have been pre-marked. The crane operators work in harmony with the workers on the ground, following precise instructions.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
But also contributes to the safety of everyone on site. In another area, teams of electrical and plumbing workers are meticulously setting up piping and wiring systems. From the smallest details, each system is carefully measured and installed according to standards to ensure stable, long-lasting functionality. Their work demands great attention to detail, as even a minor mistake can impact the project's efficiency in the future. Engineers are always present to supervise and provide guidance, ensuring that every process follows the set standards and each part is securely installed. Around the construction site, trucks and transport vehicles continuously move in, bringing materials from shore to each location. Each time they enter or exit, drivers work closely with the site's security team to ensure smooth movement, minimizing interruptions and safeguarding people on site. The volume of materials moved by these trucks is considerable, but everyone works in sync, with each concrete block and bag of cement reaching its designated location on time, helping to accelerate the project's progress. In addition to the main tasks, the cheerful atmosphere of the construction site. During short breaks, workers gather under shaded areas, taking a moment to drink water and share stories about family and work. Everyday conversations and hearty laughter help them recharge, preparing them for the next phase. Break time is short, it's a time for everyone to connect and share, building a sense of camaraderie among the team. As the sun begins to set, the light softens, and the site grows quieter to dedication. The final groups of workers start tidying up tools, ready to wrap up the day. They carefully check each area, ensuring everything is safe, ready for the next day. Lights come on across the site, casting a warm glow. When the workers leave, they carry a sense of pride and fulfillment after a productive day. Their eyes show hope and responsibility as they about building the future, but also contributing to the growth of the entire community. It is a quiet pride as they understand that every brick and every concrete block they lay down is the foundation of Despite the many challenges of their work, for each person here, trust and sanity help them overcome every difficulty, creating a structure that is not only solid, but also filled with dedication and hard work of everyone. This project will become a part of the city, a lasting memory. On a busy construction site, activities unfold. for the future structure. Workers in this area need to demonstrate some skill to ensure each layer is level and solid. Engineers are always present to monitor, measure, and make adjustments to meet the highest standards, as the foundation is a critical factor in the long-term stability. Nearby are giant cranes extending long arms, carefully lifting large concrete slabs and heavy steel frames, placing them exactly in the right positions. This process requires precise coordination between machine operators. Some use modern measurement devices to make sure every steel concrete block is positioned in the operating location. In another area, teams of electrical and plumbing workers diligently install underground systems, from water pipes to electrical wiring. Every detail is carefully calculated and installed to ensure safety and efficiency for the building. This work requires meticulous planning, and engineers are also present to oversee the hired workers to complete the task safely. This team works with high responsibility, prioritizing quality standards, knowing that each system installed serves not just the building, but also adds convenience for future occupants. Workers on site bring enthusiasm and dedication, dressed in orange or deep blue protective gear with bright reflective strips. They give off a professional and safety presence to the area. The brightly colored uniforms make it easy to see and communicate with one another, ensuring that everyone's job is always safe. During break times, they gather in shaded areas, sharing everyday stories and laughing freely. This moment of rest recharges their energy, preparing them for the next phase of work. The sound of machines, the exchange of instructions, and the laughter of workers blend into an atmosphere that is both intense and warm. Everyone is contributing equally to create something sustainable. The work can be demanding, requiring much effort, but the pride in their eyes reveals their joy, because this project is not just a personal achievement, but a valuable addition to the community. At the end of the day, when the sun sets, the site gradually becomes calm. Workers start cleaning up their tools and machines gently open up, ready for the next step. The sunset casts a beautiful glow over the site, the reminder of collective progress. The workers leave with pride and satisfaction after a efficient work, ready to continue erecting their building step by step for resilient structures. An effort converge, but also a space that celebrates enduring values and unity. Every detail, every brick, and every concrete block laid is embodied of dedication and responsibility, contributing to a better living space for society and future generations.
Part 1. Introduction.
Hey, stop!
The construction industry isn't just about heavy lifting and hard space. It's also full of unexpected, humorous situations. Let's dive into the various moments of this process that often make workers laugh houses, lost, pets, animals. Sometimes find their way onto construction sites, and lost dogs or cats often cause entertaining moments. The sight of a cat leaping onto a pile of bricks or a dog chasing a ball is sure to bring a smile to your face. Part 7. Conclusion. The construction industry may be full of challenges. These funny moments are a great way for workers to relieve stress and create a more relaxed working environment. Let's appreciate and share these humorous moments because they not only make work more enjoyable, but also bring people closer together. End of the video. If you laughed at any of these situations, don't forget to like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more funny videos in the future.
Dude, my hand is in the stone slab. When you don't... This trip is looking a bit chaotic. When the crane needs a lesson on how to move on a vast construction site, every new day begins with excitement and activity. The morning sunlight stretches over the
Não dá pra ir não, viado.
illuminating the entire area. Workers in bright safety gear, marked with reflective stripes on their helmets and uniforms, eagerly prepare for a day full of tasks. Each area of the site functions like an essential link in the chain of building the project, with everyone knowing their place and responsibility, contributing to an efficient project. In one corner of the site, large excavators steadily move earth and materials, leveling each layer to create a firm foundation for the structure. Workers in this area to achieve a high level of precision, engineers constantly monitor, measure, and record data. Their job is to inspect every detail, every part of work, ensuring that the foundation will be sturdy and support the building for years to come. Meanwhile, the massive cranes are indispensable in the site. With their extended arms, the cranes slowly lift large concrete blocks, steel frames, and heavy materials, carefully positioning them where they have been pre-marked. The crane operators work in harmony with the job, following precise instructions. Using modern measuring equipment, they ensure that each crane is placed with the highest degree of accuracy, which not only keeps the structure balanced, but also contributes to the safety of everyone on site. In another area, teams of electrical and plumbing workers are meticulously setting up piping and wire systems. From the smallest details, each system is carefully measured and installed according to standards to ensure stable, long-lasting functionality. Their work demands great attention to detail and accuracy, as even at the minor mistakes impact the project's efficiency. Engineers are always supervised by guidance, ensuring that every process follows a set standards. Around the construction site, trucks and transport continuously move in and out, bringing materials from storage to each needed area. Each time they enter or exit, drivers work closely with the site security team to ensure smooth movement, minimizing interruptions and safeguarding people on site. The volume of materials moved by these trucks is considerable, but everyone works in sync with each concrete block is bagged and packed.
Let's go!
Though break time is short, it's a time for everyone to connect and share, building a sense of camaraderie among the team. As the sun begins to set, the light softens, and the site grows quieter but remains lively with a sense of dedication. The final groups of workers start tidying up tools, ready to wrap up the day. They carefully check each area, ensuring everything is secure and ready for the next day. Lights come on across the site, casting a warm glow over the area and creating a beautiful scene. When the workers leave, they feel a sense of pride after a productive day. Their eyes show responsibility as they know that their work is is not just about building a structure, but also contributing to the growth of the entire community. It is a quiet pride as they every brick and every concrete block they lay down is the foundation of a new space, of resilient roads and buildings for the future. The construction site is not just a workplace, but a place where each individual contributes, merging into a larger team. Everyone from workers to engineers plays a crucial role, aiming to create a perfect lasting project. Together they build lasting values, establishing a strong foundation for society. Tomorrow the site will once again welcome the workers with its usual liveliness. The sounds of machinery resonate and laughter fill the air. Despite the many challenges of their work, each person here, trust and unity help them overcome every difficulty, creating a structure that is not only solid, but also this project will become the city, a lasting memory of effort and commitment. On a vast construction site, activities and busyness from the early morning until dusk. The site resembles a multicolored canvas with the gray of scaffolding, the gray of concrete, and the bright orange of safety net. Each person is engaged in their own task, but together they create a steady, organized flow of work. One summer, dump trucks and material carriers follow. These trucks transport large blocks of soil and materials, creating a strong foundation for the future structure. Workers in this area need to be cautious and skilled to ensure each layer is level and solid. Engineers are always present to monitor, measure, and make adjustments to meet the highest standards, as the foundation is a critical factor in long-term stability. Nearby, giant cranes extend their long arms, carefully lifting large concrete slabs or heavy steel frames, placing them exactly in their new positions. This process requires precise coordination between machine operators and workers. Some use modern measurement devices to make sure every steel beam and concrete block is positioned. In another area, teams of electrical and plumbing workers diligently install underground systems, from water pipes to electrical wires. Every detail is carefully calculated and installed to ensure safety and efficiency. This phase requires meticulous planning to complete their tasks accurately. This team works with high responsibility, prioritizing all phases, knowing that each system installed serves not just the building, but also the workers on site work with enthusiasm and dedication, dressed in orange, deep blue protective gear, with bright reflective strips. They give off a professional and safety-conscious vibe. Their brightly colored helmets make them easy to spot and this moment of rest recharges for the next phase of work. The sound of machines, the exchange of instructions, and the laughter of workers blend into an atmosphere that is both intense and warm. Everyone is contributing their part to create something substantial. The work can be demanding, much effort, but the pride in their eyes reveals their joy. Because this project is not just a personal achievement, but a valuable life. At the end of the day, when the sun sets, the site gradually becomes quiet. Workers start tidying up their tools and machinery is checked in again, ready for the next day. The sunset casts a beautiful glow over the site. The workers leave with pride and satisfaction after an efficient day's work, ready to continue their journey of building resilient structures. Overall, the construction site is not only a place where labor and effort converge, but also a space that celebrates
Part 1. Introduction. The construction industry isn't just about helping with power and focus. It's also full of unexpected humorous situations. Let's dive into every moment of construction sites. Often make workers laugh out loud. One of the sources of humor is the misuse or creative repurposing of construction tools in unexpected ways. For example, who would have thought that a hammer could become an impromptu guitar in a mid-shift jam session? Or using a shovel to put lunch on the side? Part 3. Slips, falls, unexpected incidents. We can't forget about the unintentional slips and unexpected incidents. From losing balance on the scaffolding to slipping on a pile of sand, anything can happen. These situations often result in hearty laughter and expression. Everyone is safe. Part 4. Accidental architecture. Sometimes creativity knows no bounds on the construction site. But when a worker decides to design a new structure without any blueprint, the result is usually a quirky, laugh-inducing creation. For instance, a staircase leading to nowhere, or a door that doesn't open to anything. Part 5. Communication at work. Communication is also a big source of laughs in construction. Misunderstandings between colleagues due to language barriers and local slang often lead to a losing situation. It's not surprising when someone asks for a bucket and ends up with a barrel. Part 6. Lost. Pets. Animals sometimes find their way onto construction sites. Lost dogs and cats often cause entertaining moments. The sight of a cat leaping onto a pile of bricks or a dog chasing a forklift is sure to bring a smile to your face. Part 7. Conclusion. The construction industry may be full of challenges, but these funny moments are a great way for workers to relieve stress and create a more relaxed working environment. Let's appreciate and share these humorous moments because they not only make work more enjoyable, but also bring people closer together. End of the video. If you laughed at any of these situations, don't forget to like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more funny videos in the future.
Stone slab. When you don't know whether to trust the crane or gravity, this trip is looking a bit chaotic. When the crane needs a lesson on how to move in the mud, on a vast construction site, every new day begins with excitement and activity. Morning sunlight stretches over the scaffolding and machinery, workers in bright safety eagerly prepare for tasks. Each area of the site functions like a central link in the chain of building. And responsibility, contributing to the in one corner of the site, large excavators delving the ground and leveling the site to create firm foundations for construction. Workers prepare their work ensuring each layer of soil is carefully smoothed and secured. To achieve a high level of precision, engineers constantly monitor, measure, and record data. Their job is to inspect every indispensable on the site. With their extended arms, they slowly lift large concrete blocks, steel frames, and heavy equipment, carefully using modern measuring equipment, they ensure that each component is placed with the highest degree of Their work demands great attention to detail and accuracy, as even a minor mistake can impact the project's efficiency. Engineers are always present to supervise and guidance, ensuring that the process follows the set standards, and each part is securely installed. Around the construction site, trucks and transport vehicles continuously move in and out, bringing materials from storage to each needed area. Each time they enter or exit, drivers work closely with the site security team to ensure smooth movement, minimizing interruptions and safeguarding people on site. The volume of materials moved by these trucks is considerable, but everyone works in sync, with each concrete block or bag of cement helping with the tasks. A cheerful atmosphere also fills the construction site. During short breaks, workers gather under shaded areas, taking a moment to drink water and share stories about family and work. Everyday conversations and hearty laughter help them recharge, preparing them for the next phase. Though break time is short, it's a time for everyone to connect and share, building a sense of camaraderie among the team. As the sun begins to set, the light softens, and the site grows quieter but remains lively with a sense of dedication. The final groups of workers start tidying up tools, ready to go. They carefully check each area, ensuring everything is secure and in place, ready for the next day's work. Lights come on across the site, casting a warm glow over the area and creating a beautiful scene as the evening falls. When the workers leave, they carry a sense of pride and fulfillment after a productive day. Their eyes shine hope and responsibility as they know that their work is not just about building a structure, but also contributing to the growth of the entire community. It is a quiet pride as they understand that every brick and every concrete block they lay down is the foundation of their space, a resilient construction site is not just a workplace, but a place where each individual contributes, merging into a larger team. Everyone, from workers to engineers, plays a crucial role, aiming to create a perfect and artistic project. Together they build lasting values, establishing strong foundations for society. Tomorrow the site will once again welcome the workers with its usual liveliness. The sounds of machinery will resonate, and laughter will fill the air. Despite the many challenges of their work, each person here can trust and unity help them overcome every difficulty, creating a structure that is not only solid, but also filled with the dedication and hard work of everyone. This project will become a part of the city, a lasting memory of everything. On a vast construction site, activities unfold with energy and busyness from the early morning to dusk. The site resembles a multi-colored canvas with the green of scaffolding, the gray of concrete, and the white of safety. Each person is at work together, rhythmic sounds of excavators, dump trucks, and material carriers fill the air. These trucks transport large blocks of stone, creating a strong foundation for the structure. Workers in this area need to ensure each layer is measured and secured. Engineers are always present to monitor, measure, and make adjustments to develop the standards, as the foundation is a critical factor in the building's long-term success. Nearby, giant cranes extend their long arms, carefully lifting large concrete slabs or heavy stone, placing them at the top of the building. This process every detail is carefully calculated and installed to ensure safety and efficiency for the building. This phase requires meticulous work, and engineers are also present to oversee and guide the workers to complete their tasks accurately. This team works with high responsibility, prioritizing quality standards, knowing that each system installed serves not just the building, but the society. Workers on site they give off a professional and safety conscious vibe. Their brightly colored helmets make them easy to spot. recharges their energy, preparing them for the next phase of work. The sound of machines, the exchange of instructions, and the laughter of workers blend into an atmosphere that is both intense and warm. Everyone is contributing their part to create something substantial. The work can be demanding, requiring much effort, but the pride in their own because this project is not just a personal achievement, but a valuable addition to the community. At the end of the day, when the sun sets, the site gradually becomes back. Workers start tidying up their tools and machinery is checked and maintained, ready for the next day. The sunset casts a beautiful glow over the site, a reminder of hope and progress. The workers leave with pride and satisfaction after an efficient day's work, ready to continue their journey to building, step by step, for resilient structures. Overall, the construction site is not only a place where labor and effort, but also a space that celebrates enduring values and unity. Every detail, every brick, and every concrete block laid is a mark of dedication and responsibility. A space for society and future generations.
Part 1. Introduction. Construction isn't just about heavy work and intense focus. It's also full of unexpected situations. Let's dive into these moments of construction sites. Part 2. Funny situations with work. Humor. One of the sources of humor is the misuse or creative repurposing of construction tools in unexpected ways. For example, who would have lunch on the site? Part 3. Slips, falls, and unexpected unintentional slips and unexpected accidents. From losing balance on the scaffolding to slipping on a pile of sand, anything can happen. These situations often result in party laughs, especially when everyone is safe. Part 4. Accidental architects. Sometimes creativity knows no bounds on the construction site. But when a worker decides to design a new structure without any blueprint, the result is usually a quirky, laugh-out creation. For instance, a staircase leading to nowhere, or a door that doesn't open to anything. Part 5. Communication at work. Communication is also a big source of laughs in construction. Misunderstandings between colleagues due to language barriers and local slang often lead to amusing situations. It's not surprising if someone asks for a look and ends up embarrassed. Part 6. Lost. Pets. Sometimes find their way onto construction sites. Lost dogs or cats often cause entertaining moments. The sight of a cat leaping onto a pile of bricks or a dog chasing a forklift is sure to bring a smile to your face. Part 7. The construction industry may be full of challenges. These challenges are a great way for workers to release stress and engineering is healthy environment. Let's appreciate each other. Make work more enjoyable, but also bring people closer together. End of the video. If you laughed at any of these situations, don't forget to share the video and
When you don't know whether to trust the crane or gravity, this trip is looking a bit chaotic. When the crane needs a lesson on how to move on a vast construction site, every new day begins with excitement and activity. The morning sunlight stretches over the scaffolding and machinery. Workers in bright safety gear, marked with reflective stripes on their helmets and uniforms, eagerly prepare for a day full of tasks. Each area of the site functions like an essential link in the building project, with everyone knowing their place and responsibility, contributing to an efficient workflow. In one instance, excavators steadily move earth and materials, leveling each layer to create a firm foundation for the structure. Workers in this area work with care and skill, ensuring each layer is carefully secured. To achieve a high level of precision, engineers constantly monitor, measure, and record data. Their job is to inspect every detail, every layer of earth. The foundation will be sturdy and support the building for years to come. Meanwhile, the massive cranes are indispensable on site. With their extended arms, the cranes The crane operators work in harmony with the workers on the ground. Using modern measuring equipment, they ensure that each component is placed with the highest degree of accuracy, which not only keeps the structure balanced, but also contributes to the safety of everyone. In another area, teams of electrical and plumbing workers are meticulously setting up piping and wiring systems. From the smallest details, each system is carefully measured and installed according to standards to ensure stable, long-lasting function. Great attention to detail and accuracy, as even a minor mistake can impact the project's efficiency and efficiency. Engineers are always present to supervise and guide, ensuring that every process follows the set standards. Around the construction site, trucks and transport vehicles continuously move bringing materials from storage to each needed area. Each time they enter or exit, drivers work closely with the site's security team to ensure smooth movement, minimizing interruptions and safeguarding people on site. The volume of materials moved by these trucks is considerable. Everything works in sync, with each concrete block and bag of cement reaching its designated location on time, helping to accelerate. During short breaks, gather under shaded areas, taking a moment to drink water and share stories about family and work. Everyday conversations and hearty laughter help them recharge, preparing them for the next phase. Though break time is short, it's a time for everyone to connect and share, building a sense of camaraderie among the team. As the sun begins to set, the light softens, and the site grows quieter but remains lively with a sense of dedication. The final groups of workers start tidying up, ready to wrap up the day. They carefully check each area, ensuring everything is secure.
今天没有我就给瑞达。
Lights come on across the site, casting a warm glow and creating a beautiful scene. When the workers
I may not be the best at rating.
as they know that the work is not just about building a structure, but also contributing to the growth of the entire community. It is a quiet pride as they understand that every brick and every concrete block they lay down is the foundation of a new space, of resilient roads and buildings for the future. The construction site is not just a workplace, but a place where each individual contributes, merging into a larger team. Everyone, from workers to engineers, plays a crucial role, aiming to create a perfect and lasting project. Together,
football player, let's see it, bud.
establishing a strong foundation for society's development.
Take 3.
Tomorrow, the site will once again welcome the workers with its usual liveliness. The sounds of machinery present
right.
and laughter. Despite the many challenges of their work, trust help them overcome every difficulty, creating a structure that is not only strong, but also filled with the dedication and hard work of everyone. This project is a lasting matter of effort and commitment. On a vast construction site, activities unfold with energy and busyness from the early morning to the dusk. The site resembles a multi-colored canvas with the green stuff, the gray of concrete, and the white orange of safety. But together, these trucks transport large blocks of soil and materials, creating a strong foundation for future structure. Workers in this area need to be cautious and skilled to ensure level and solid. Engineers are always present to monitor, measure, and make adjustments to meet the highest standards, as the foundation is a critical factor in the building's long-term stability. Giant cranes extend long arms, carefully lifting large slabs of heavy steel frames, placing them exactly in their marked positions. This process requires precise coordination between machine operators and ground workers. Some use modern measurement devices to make sure every steel beam and concrete block is positioned in the optimal location. In another area, teams of electrical and plumbing workers diligently install underground systems, from water pipes
This guy's fucking what in the fuck, man?
and engineers are also present to oversee and guide workers to complete their tasks accurately. This team works with high responsibility, prioritizing quality standards, knowing that each system installed serves not just the building, but also adds convenience for future occupants. The workers on site work with enthusiasm and dedication, dressed in orange or deep blue protective with bright reflective stripes. They do nothing professional to safely matches their brightly and the laughter of workers blend into an atmosphere that is both intense and warm. Everyone is contributing their part to create something substantial.
You forgot to block it! Get blocked! Get blocked!
Because this project is not just a personal achievement, but a valuable addition to the community. At the end of the day, when the sun sets, the site gradually becomes quieter. Workers start tidying up their tools and machinery is checked and maintained ready for the next day. The sunset casts a beautiful glow over the site, a reminder of hope and progress. The workers leave with pride and satisfaction after an efficient day's work, ready to continue their journey of building step by step for resilient structures. Overall, the construction site is not only a place for labor and effort and courage, but also a space that celebrates every piece, every brick, and every concrete block is a dedication and responsibility, contributing to a better living space for society and future generations.
Part 1. Introduction. The construction industry isn't just about heavy lifting and intense focus. It's also full of unexpected, humorous situations. Let's dive into the hilarious moments on construction sites that often make workers laugh out loud. Part 2. Funny situations. One of the sources of humor is the misuse or repurpose of construction items in unexpected ways. Unexpected find their way onto construction sites, and lost dogs and cats often cause entertaining moments. The sight of a cat leaping onto a pile of bricks or a dog chasing a fish is sure to bring a smile to your face. Part 7. Conclusion. The construction industry may be full of challenges, but these funny moments are a great way for workers to relieve stress and create a more relaxed working environment. Let's appreciate and share these humorous moments because they not only make work more enjoyable, but also bring people closer together. End of the video. If you laughed at any of these situations, don't forget to like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more videos in the future.
Dude, my hand is in the stone slab. When you don't know whether to trust the crane or gravity, this trip is looking a bit chaotic. When the crane needs a lesson on how to move in the moment on a vast construction site. The morning sunlight stretches over the scaffolding and machinery, illuminating the entire area. Workers in bright safety gear, marked with reflective stripes on their helmets and uniforms, eagerly prepare for a day full of tasks. Each area of the site functions like an essential link in the chain of building the project, with everyone knowing their place and responsibility, contributing to the efficiency. In one corner of the city, large excavators steadily move earth and materials, leveling each layer to create a firm foundation for the structure. Workers in this area work with care and skill, ensuring each layer of soil is carefully smooth and secure. Constantly monitor, measure, and clean up. Their job is to inspect every inch, every layer of work, ensuring that the foundation is secure and years to come. Meanwhile, the massive cranes are indispensable on the site. With their extended arms, the cranes slowly lift large concrete blocks, steel frames, and heavy pillars, carefully positioning them where they have been pre-marked. The crane operators work in harmony with the workers on the ground, following precise instructions. Using modern measuring equipment, they ensure that each component is placed with the highest degree of accuracy, which not only keeps the structure balanced, but also contributes to the safety of everyone on site. In another area, teams of electrical and plumbing workers are meticulously setting up electrical and water systems. From the smallest details, each system is carefully measured and installed according to standards to ensure stable, long-lasting functionality. Their work demands great attention to detail, as even a minor mistake can impact the project's efficiency in the future. Engineers are always present to supervise and provide guidance, ensuring that every process follows the set standards, and each part is securely installed. Each time they enter or exit, drivers work closely with the site security team to ensure smooth movement, minimizing interruptions and safeguarding people on site. The volume of materials moved is considerable, but everyone works in sync, with each concrete block and bag of cement reaching its designated location on time, helping to accelerate the project's progress. In addition to the main tasks, the cheerful atmosphere also fills the construction site. During short breaks, workers gather under shade trees, taking a moment to drink water. Everyday conversations and party laughter help them recharge, preparing them for the next phase. Though breaks are short, it's a time for everyone to connect and share, building a sense of camaraderie among the team. As the sun begins to set, the lights soften, and the site